Excellent. You're welcome. I forgot to change the title of my both streams. Damn. I'll call the stream It's 10 PM art session. That is sure click worry. Hey, Dragondos. Hey, welcome team. Hello, hello. Hello, Marie. Okay, guys, relax, relax there. What is this sudden spurging out act? Do I have just like infinite progress or what is it? Huh? Hmm. I guess I really need to look into if I set them up to be infinite or not. What is this? That's an assault. Yeah, you gotta manage your savings. You gotta have those froggies saved up for the rainy day. At this point, it is just plain rendering. As you can see, just going over everything, slowly smoothing out, slowly adding shine to all the metal parts. Nice orb. Nice orb. I mean, this is this not clear that he's holding like a flask or like a potion bottle? Might be a little not clear if the way I did it. But did you say, did she say that it's not clear? Or she corrected you? It's alright, I feel like it's kinda... Yeah, just in WoW that are kinda like iconic. Yeah. Nice orb. Look at it, it's so round. Wow. What are you guys doing today? You just chilling with your girlfriend? We did spend like half a day together. Just hanging out, went to a restaurant. It's pretty nice. They had a pizza, had some drinks. A good time together. Nice family time. Hey, Mappa. Yo. He grew tired of you, Dragontos. Dude, I spent like half a day playing WoW today. Another day chilling with my wife. So I don't know. Don't really feel too productive, but I feel nice, kinda rested. You know. Excited to finish this art today. Hello, Ura. One issue is that it's still like drilling me is that I haven't finished the critique video yet. And I technically need to do another one for this month already, so that video was about previous month's critique, so yeah, we kinda YouTube was all over the place for me. But at least it's on the table, you know, at least I'm kind of thinking about doing it and maybe even potentially doing it. But yeah, today was a chill day. At least we're streaming though. But I've had a thought of maybe it would be a full chilling day if you actually don't even stream, but quickly interrupted myself on that. But there you play WoW while you still have work to do. Yeah. Following that logic, I would never play it again, dude. I mean, I just woke up, and the first thing in the morning, as you always do on Wednesday as a WoW player, you just log into WoW and open your vault, which is, if you don't know, it's like kind of based on all the activities you've done last week. It gets you like, it gives you loot based on all the activities you've done last week, and it is like literally the best source of loot for you, pretty much. It's like very high chance of getting like best in slot or like very good items. It's pretty much the best you're gonna get this week, and it's a result of your whole next week work, right? So and it's only once a week. It's only on Wednesday. So you wake up, you do that immediately, and I mean, something that I kind of expected would be very good, but not the absolute best, but still pretty good. And then I closed WoW and started drawing, drew for like maybe hour and a half, and then I'm thinking like, why can I not just like play right now? I kind of want to. I wouldn't be doing it for the whole week. I just kind of want like maybe one morning, and what a morning it would be to dedicate it now. So I decided to do that instead of just drawing for the rest of the morning. Yeah, so that's kind of how it went. I played for like maybe 2 hours. That was my day. Absolutely incredible. Eventful. But yeah, pretty much I always have work to do, so it's only a matter if I decide for myself not to do it for a short while. Wouldn't work the other way around. Let's actually tune down this part of the tail. Let's enhance the atmospheric perspective there a bit. We need some talk, guys. We need to discuss something. What's going on in your lives? Give me something to yap about. Nothing, Laura? Well, you can at least tell us how your work's going. Like, are you managing to keep up with all the pressure, all the deadlines there and stuff? Oh, you're taking another break. Damn. Is it hard on you? Like all the work, all the workload? I mean, as you just heard, I'm taking breaks now every now and then as well. I'm trying not to do like the full day. Honestly, like the whole day, kind of doesn't work for me. It's maybe like half a day to just relax and do some stuff, go out and enjoy myself. But then still kind of doing work every single day. I feel like it's super important for your mental. Maybe if not productivity, then just mental. Yes, you know. Crazy looking dragon? Yep, indeed. It chips away at me. I can imagine, yeah. Yeah, watch out. Maybe like taking a break would even make it worse for you. Although you probably know yourself better, so. I was thinking about art even during break. And that doesn't sound like it's that easy to take a break for you. I feel the pressure of money as much. Oh, do you have yourself covered there? Oh, damn. It's over there. I somehow kind of dipped too much into my savings, and now I'm a little worried when it comes to finances. But yeah, whenever you have like saved up, not a lot, but like at least some money, that actually I feel like it works better than any purpose does. You're just chilling, you know, in that state, and I really want to get back there. Do you want a permanent position at some point? Yeah, that's probably even more mentally helpful. Will there be a day that art will actually cause me more trouble than love? Scary. Wait, what do you mean by that? More trouble than love. I realized one day that I don't like doing it anymore. What then? It's not the first time you mention it, actually. Like, is that a... It sounds like it's something that you're constantly thinking about. I don't... To be honest, that has never crossed my mind even once. I feel like I'm kind of totally good there. Even if you wouldn't like it as much, you would probably still prefer it over other, like, some shitty job. And you would at least be able to be grateful for it. I doubt you'll grow to, like, completely hate it, though. I mean, maybe you'll just get bored of it, but then, you know, it also comes and goes. You can be bored one day and excited about it the next day, so I feel like you'll be fine. Yeah, you'd rather do that than, I don't know, what do people do for a living nowadays? Fucking code or something? Hmm? How can you be disappointed with yourself whenever you're like pumping art for studios and just stuffed with work whenever people are complaining about difficulty getting into the industry? Like it feels like you're just, you know, ahead of everybody. I would think that it like gives more self-confidence and stuff like that, just based on the kind of like the overall metric. Doesn't it feel like you have it better than others? I'm not saying this in a like negative way, by the way. I'm just like thinking that my mind would probably go there. Like if I were you. There are people so creative and extensive. Oh, you mean like the art itself, not necessarily jobs? Yeah, I see what you mean. Hmm. You know, for myself, I always kind of think that I'll create something good one day. And I feel like I've kind of created pieces that are like really good and then actually resonate a lot with people. But it's like 1 in 100. Like literally, maybe one in, yeah, like literally 1 in 100 pieces is like that. So for other 99, I'm just, you know, that's just my work. I'm just grinding away, looking for opportunities, looking for, you know, like the moment that when it actually comes to me, sorta. And like if you continue drawing, you'll get your masterpieces too. Why not? Been on a proper project where I poured over it in years. Uh, I mean, it's a matter of doing it though. It seems like for now you decided to kind of prioritize career over, you know, artistic, whatever you can call it, like expression or like personal projects, and you know there is a place for that, the time for that, and the time for then, you know, do fun other stuff. I don't know if it helps at all though, because like what you're describing is just like kind of emotional state, and I don't know if it works for you to like logic your way out of negative emotions. It does work for me sometimes. I mean, kind of always, to be honest. Like I've never gotten myself out of like a negative emotional state without like just rationalizing it. But I've also heard that it's like a guy thing too. That for like for girls, you girls have to do something else. Yeah, I don't know what you gotta do. But for me, I just always, kind of like rationalize, put everything in its place, and then I'm just able to like let it go. Like, oh, okay, so if the time will come and it's not now, okay, then I'm just the only thing I can do is just wait, like keep at it. I mean, honestly, I have it all the time. Just like this the feeling of that my art became um just so formulaic, even for myself, and then that it became like nobody really cares about each individual piece. It's kind of like it comes. It feels like my art like comes together in like hundreds of artworks over the year, and none of those pieces stand out. I only am able to like maybe make somewhat of a name for myself just because I'm always fucking doing something, and then it's like always on people's radar. um but again, it's probably also like the view of it probably skewed towards it because it's like it's only me who viewing it like that, because like I see every single artwork. I kind of like judge it all by one in package at the same time, so it's kind of, I feel like it's impossible to objectively um rate your own art. So I feel like it's better just not to engage with it at all. Just let it for other people to decide if you're any good or not. How long is streaming for today? Probably 3 hours in total. I might do critique today, so it's gonna be 3.5, or I might not do. It depends on if the person gonna be there. The journal will probably want you in it earlier today. But this like emotional thing about my own art that comes in waves. Sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm never gonna create anything that is like really artistically impressive. It's just gonna be a job, and I'm just gonna make a living for myself, and whatever. It's all right. It's not good nor bad. It's just whatever. Kind of sad that I'm nothing more than that, but okay. And then other phase would come in where I'm like coming up with ideas for future illustrations that are just like out of nowhere, and I'm giga inspired, and I'm drawing the whole day, and I'm just literally thinking that every single piece that I will create will be like the most beautiful thing people will ever fucking see in their life. And I'm like 100% sold and convinced on that. So yeah, it's like, what's the point of judging yourself whenever you're like so emotionally attached to your own stuff? It's neither of those states are true. Hey Gummy Ball, yo, thank you, Sunshine. What or who your main inspiration is for your pieces? I mean, all like it wouldn't be a hyperbole to say that all of my pieces are World of Warcraft characters at this point. Like literally every single artwork. So, you know, people's characters are my like inspiration, I guess, and thing that I base my art on. Hey, Volt. 3 a.m. here in and as much as I love to stay, I need to sleep. Oh yeah, of course, sunshine. Have a nice sleep. It's kind of late for me too. It's 11 p.m. Yes, all my inspirations pretty much like Warcraft characters, either like story lore related characters or just player characters. And for the most part, actually my own. Like I've painted my own characters like dozens of times. It's always a joy. Also wanna make every piece the best it could be. Definitely, but like when it comes to commissions sometimes and deadlines, sometimes it's just not possible. And sometimes you kind of restrain yourself and make it not possible for yourself by yourself. And then you kind of clock that not every single piece will be perfect, even though you would want it to be. Also, maybe one thing that can help is like to look at the overall trajectory. Like if you're doing better now than you did like half a year or maybe a year ago, then that's already great. That means that you're moving in the right direction, and it's like what else can you wish for? You know, if you're not where you want to be, like you're at least moving there. So that's kind of good. That's also a way to rationalize things that can, you know, move you more towards peace. Hey, Storm. Hey, Storm, you're talking about ways to brainwash yourself to feel less bad. Any comments on that? You know, it's a very interesting exercise, mental exercise. For example, how to phrase that you're not doing good enough, the way to not make yourself feel bad, right? So like you kind of go about your life and then you realize that you're just not good enough. So how to phrase that? That one actually never worked for me. You know, like logically it makes sense, but I just like I can't help but compare myself to other people, not to myself. Maybe I just think that way, but I actually do the opposite. Rock outfit's cute, thank you. How did the cute critiques go? Wait, what do you mean, how did they go? Yesterday? Uh, I mean, it was totally fine. It was totally fine. It was for Mina yesterday. It was an anime like portrait. Yeah, you can also just I guess if you want to see like the overall critique and the summary, you can see them in the chat on Patreon. It was like anime portrait with a very dark background, and it was actually a lot of interesting things. It was quite extensive feedback. I actually think that for pieces like this, maybe I should like constrain myself not to talk about absolutely everything, because I just dumped so much stuff on Mina, you know, like even the summary was like super extensive. What was it there? Like composition, consistency of light, material rendering, colors, ambient light, like it is so much. I feel like maybe if I want to do critiques, maybe I should focus on 1 to 2 things and just really drive the point across. Yeah, not really sure. Because it's like, at some point you just stop digesting information, you just like reject it. You know, no matter how much you want to improve. Well, yeah, for sure. It's just like, would you even want to know all of it at once? Even if you can like review it endlessly. Maybe it's just too much, you know? Sometimes I make a dinner for myself, and it, it's not like I over salted, but it it feels like it was very salty, and then I get like extremely thirsty. And whenever I'm extremely thirsty like that, water just tastes incredible. Like it tastes delicious. And it's sparkling mineral water that I'm drinking too, and it's like it's just the best tasting thing you can ever consume. Just plain sparkling water. And I'm so thirsty, it doesn't even like fill me up. Just goes in and I want to drink more. I already had like more than half a liter during the last like 20 minutes. And I just want more and more. Mm. And it's like, it's tickling my throat too because it's carbonated. So it's just fascinating because sometimes I like seek pleasure in food and I buy like some fast food, like some desserts and stuff. And it's like in the right condition, the plain water is just the best tasting one. Ain't that crazy? So it's not about the thing that you consume, it's about the your own state. Mm-hmm. Very nice progress so far. I only have about 2 hours left on this piece. Just gonna go and stretch a little bit from now. Where is my... It's not there. Where's my time lapse? Yep. Right, team. Be right back. Wasn't there a great stretch emote? I can show you a great stretch emote. It's about this. Mm. Oh yeah. Honestly, I'm thinking about like recording the way I stretch my wrist and like putting it out there because I feel like it's what people miss in their lives, the way I stretch my wrists. It is just so nice and I get such a relief after I do that. I feel like it's worth sharing. So like the way to describe it, I guess, is it's just hard to put in words. So like you go on your knees and then you put your hands palm down at like 90 degrees and you rotate it to yourself at like 90 degrees. But not 90, I guess it's like perpendicular to your body. It's fucking hard to describe, okay? I just stretch them. You do that on the floor, basically. It's kind of like you're on your knees, right? Those are your knees. And you see like that. And then you put your hands like, your arms like this. But your wrists are like here. And you slowly moving this way. So the stretch kind of goes more into this position. You know? It's way more intense than what you can do like with your own kind of like pushing one hand against the other hand. See, that's not what you think, okay? That's stretch, wrist stretching. It's how you stretch your wrist properly. I just did that. Give it a go. Like, it actually works so much better than all the other stretches. I'm telling you. What do you mean LMAO? For real. You know, if you're an artist, you're gonna stretch your wrists. Otherwise, you're gonna get a wrist ligma and they'll fall off. That won't be good. What's he depicting? Yeah, so you go on your knees and you stretch your wrists. The only way to do it. No, but seriously, like this way you can kind of apply a lot of pressure on the joint and also like stretch them out a lot and during a long time as well. My favorite stretch, I do it like twice whenever I'm working out, and I do it at least like once or twice on my days off. So my wrists are always feeling cute, you know, this way. Wait. What's your layer management? Actually, what the fuck is this? Why? Why do I have two layer windows? It's supposed to be a color filter for you. I don't know why it's just another layer window. Actually, you know, maybe we can do some. Hold on. Or people will come and be like, "Oh damn, this guy knows something." There are like so many layers. He's actually like doing something impressive. That's like secret tech. And they're gonna ask, and I'm gonna bait engagement. They're gonna think, "Oh damn, if only once I just like uncover what this technique is about, I'll be able to paint as he does." And maybe you won't. Maybe this technique will only bring sadness and despair in your life. Be careful. Did I make one big shave for the flowy thingy from the potion bottle and then subtract from it? Yeah, sorta. Oh, I guess your question was legitimate. I thought you were making fun of how I had like two same windows for layers on my screen. I mean, when it comes to layers, I just try to have as many things on the same layer as possible and have like as little layers as possible. And for this, yeah, that's kind of like how I do like these magical shapes. I just kind of just paint flat colors, then I, you know, select areas or like just erase with brush, or just select an area and then erase. And that's how I come up with shapes, and then on top of that I can color them or like apply light to them with adjustment layers easily. Goes like this actually. Well, lemon. Yeah, bro, what did you get from the vault? Did you get anything special? I was so excited to wake up and do my vault today, this morning, but... I mean, I got a mythic tier chest, which is crazy upgrade, right? I had like fucking champion tier, champion gear there, which was sad. It was good, but I was kind of hoping for like something magical, like a trinket or something. Even Myth Helm with like a socket or something, you know, something outrageous. And I didn't get any. I also spent like half of the day trying to pog heroic one-arm bandit, and I haven't gotten a single invite. I got into one raid, but they disbanded. It's just, what is it, dude? Why can I not get in? I'm like 660. 642, dude. What the hell is that? That's some casual stuff in there, huh? What's this? You're saying you're not a hardcore gamer who spends all his free time maximizing imaginary character in a video game? Hmm? Oh, man. I would never expect that from you, to be honest. You're 640. Mm. Zero for me, then I instantly got headache. Really? That's like the best week to gear up, though. You just do 4 pluses and you get a free... You can even do M0. Hey, Cliffrider. Yo, welcome. Literally what people can see from afar. And hence not level to render everything. Like, what do you think more beneficial? I mean, it's definitely from big to small. Like, just major shapes and composition matter way more than details. 100% more than details. But details also don't hurt, to be honest. Like, whenever you... Like, once you establish the basic, yeah, I kind of just zoom in and do details. Like, it gotta be readable from this scale, pretty much. Like, the way you see it like this, people gonna see it on their phones or something. And if it's readable like this, then great. And if it's not readable like this, then, you know, what's the point of detailing, like, some sparks on the bottle, right? Like, the highlight here on the bottle. Ain't no way people are reading it from this angle. Can't hyper-focus on Mythic? Dude, like, M0s are just like, you come in and you just pump, you don't even need to know strats or anything. You just zerg them. It's like, it's DPS race. I don't know, you play a DPS like that, that's so fun though. Like, you just go in and you do damage. And you measure dicks with other people who do damage. It's the whole point of the game. I guess if we're trying to render everything as same quality. I mean, I wouldn't say it's bad though. Like, it's just like, if you got the basics, or if you got the foundation for the art right, then go ahead and render as much as you want. Struggle with focusing too much on tiny details which don't flow with the rest of the art. I mean, I don't know how would you hold yourself from jumping there. Like, maybe thumbnails would be like a great thing to kind of focus on first. Like, just do some thumbnails, figure out what's the best composition. But ultimately, you just want to restrain yourself from going into details until you feel like it's gonna look good, you know, if you add details. Because, like, for the most part, I don't even proceed to, like, render or even color most things if I don't feel like it's gonna work with like composition or pose that I have in mind. So you just kind of have to like see in the future if the piece is gonna be good or not, if that makes sense. Like it's hard to do. That's why you probably should do thumbnails if you struggle with seeing in the future. Like thinking about this piece, for example, I knew that I wanted to have like the request was him be like a mad scientist kind of thing. So I already knew that I wanted like him holding a bottle and then casting some kind of magic to the bottle or out of the bottle or whatever. And I knew to showcase this motion, it would be either like a close-up, which I don't want to do close-ups for my quick illustrations. I want to do like half body or a full body piece. So to portray that, it would have to be a top-down view. So you see, it's kind of like you're looking on him from above, pretty much. Like we're kind of higher than the guy. At least the point of view is placed higher. And kind of going from there, you know, some compositional stuff, making background kind of brighter than the character. It's the rest is kind of already simple. You gotta like come up with all this stuff before you start adding details. You gotta know what's gonna work or what's not. And if you don't know what's gonna work, then I mean, practice gonna help obviously, and just experience, and also like doing thumbnails perhaps. If you do thumbnails to like a good degree, you never go into details with thumbnails. It forces you to stay. I don't agree with that necessarily. I think you can put details in everything. It's just like, for example, this shadow is like detailed, right? But the reason why you look at the character and on in the shadow, or like this like foggy thing in the background, is because it's just not contrasty. Like there's very little contrast to this compared to the character where there is a lot of contrast, a lot of like value range going on. So you can add details everywhere. It's just also a matter of managing them too. Have you ever played Helldivers? No, but I've seen people play it. Is that like a... It looks like a mobile game, doesn't it? Where like you auto mine like minerals, and then there's like waves of bugs coming and try to fuck you up. Is that the game? It's like a mobile game. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's a different one. I don't know. Name sounds very, very familiar. Never played it though. Want to hear that, Cliff Rider. Let's be productive together. Let's go. Let's do some art. Honestly speaking, though, I never listen to this kind of music when off stream by myself. It's also a kind of a nice retreat for myself on the stream as well. Because usually I listen to like some ADHD stuff, like some very high pace videos about like gaming, drama, or like my topics that I like listening to. Or some also like extreme music, like metal or I don't know, something way more energetic than this. It's nice though, I'm glad I have like this chill attitude music on the stream. Not everybody wants to draw while listening to metal, that's for sure. Yeah, although sometimes it actually slaps. Like sometimes you actually feel like listening to the most hardcore stuff that you know in your playlist, and then just vibing and arting to that. That also happens. I actually did sometimes play it on the stream, and people did seem to enjoy it a lot. So wouldn't throw shaded people on the stream for sure. Or is Helldivers like that super popular? That super popular game. Oh no, it's exactly what I imagined. Wait, or is it not? Helldivers. Is it one of like the recent ones? Helldivers 2. Oh yes, that shooter that people been praising on. They had like very fun adverts. Yeah, I never played it, but I saw a lot of it. I saw a lot about it on Asmongold's stream. I confused it with this. There was a game that is, I guess, like Vampire Survivors like, but like with people who mine and like drill minerals. You have probably for game design internship on something similar like work. No, I have not. I've never applied for a like a studio position or an internship or anything like that. Mostly because I feel like looking for a job is like a full-time job on its own. And that sounds exhausting and I don't want to do that. I'm just making a living doing commissions and like, you know, kind of doing freelance on personal commissions and Patreon and stream, that kind of thing. And I feel like you can take that much further than any studio job. If you write, of course. I'm a game design university student and I just applied for free game design art internship. Super nervous about it. Yeah, I guess if you're a student in university, that's kind of like what you gotta do, I imagine. 4 or 5 hours filling in document stuff for this internship? Holy. Oh my god. I don't know if I've spent 4 to 5 hours in total in my life filling in documents. Damn, that... Holy... That's a lot. I mean... Ezekiel Friday, maybe you'll get the position, and somebody like me wouldn't get it just because I wouldn't fill the documents in. Damn. Yeah, I hope you'll get it. Metallica or Megadeth fan by any chance? No. Actually, Vistorm, I assume you probably have like my stream playing at like a delay. Because like I'm answering your questions and then you reply in like a couple of minutes or something. Maybe 5-10. But maybe not. No, I don't like rock. I like heavy metal, like deathcore, metalcore. Usually they have like less known bands. So yeah, I actually don't like rock at all. Like I remember I was listening to Metallica whenever I was like 12 maybe, and then they just kind of lost the ability to enjoy that music. Nothing wrong with it though. Like it's kind of it's vibes out. I hear it a lot in the gym. They play the fucking time. It's nice, just my cup of tea. It's really rough. They ask for a lot. Yeah, I'm not sure. Especially with internship, maybe they wouldn't mind it. Like you not being at the certain level. Yeah, so to be honest, I don't think I can give you any advice to you on that. You probably know way more about that stuff than I do, realistically speaking. Yeah, but yeah, exactly. Good luck to you nonetheless. I hope you get the position. So you want to be like you want to have an internship while also studying, like finishing university, I assume. Lots of competition. Can imagine, yeah. Everybody wants to do art for living. That's so appealing. Or is it? Maybe you think you do, but you don't. 40 hours a week does scare me a bit. I've been in education non-stop, so the most work 24 hours a week alongside university would be tough but worth it. Wait, internship 40 hours a week on top of university? What? What? Alright, that might be a bit too much. 40 hours of like doing work for them alongside like I just how are you gonna attend the classes? I'm just afraid it's just not physically possible though. Oh, you wouldn't have classes, lectures. I mean, then I guess it is possible, right? Then I guess you can cook up something. Damn, you're very like dedicated to it. They have a summer break instead of, you know, spurging out, partying, playing video games. You want to have an internship going. That's very admirable. You know how I spend my summer breaks? Doing exactly fucking nothing. That's what I've been up to. Well, to be able to sustain myself financially with art someday in the future, so I think it's a good opportunity for it. Yeah, definitely. Definitely wouldn't hurt. And honestly speaking, maybe it will be kind of fun too. Because like the way I imagine it, you'd probably be in the studio with people, like hanging out with them, asking questions, arting, getting inspired. That's probably, you know, not that bad of time. Yeah, for sure. You'll for sure learn a lot. That's the bare minimum. I've actually had all my sparkling water, so I'm gonna go grab some more. Be right back, guys. It's time. Sparkling water addict? I'm afraid so. Alright. You actually spend a significant amount of money buying it all every day. Maybe I should cut down on it. It's like $1 per bottle. And you're buying like you're going for like 4 every day. Damn, that's actually a lot if you think about it. Fucking sparkling water, and also I have to buy coffee water and just filtered water for tea and like rice. Hmm. That's a lot of expenses on just water if you think about it. Damn. Where's my music? Guys, the last piece that I posted on Twitter didn't do that crazy. 250 likes. Okay, those are some pathetic numbers. This is not a lot of likes. How's the rendering? It's entering final stages. So we're already on our way to finish this. We have about an hour to conclude this artwork and, then we're done. So rendering going great. Rendering going at full speed. You go into the PC like an already returned image in your head? Yeah, to a degree. Like, you cannot predict everything, absolutely everything, but yeah. Stuff like pose and like general composition, the vibe for the piece, sometimes colors, I kinda predetermine. I just try to like imagine it. Coming to sit and watch you draw running my piece alongside you. Nice, you know, let's go. Let's go. Glad you're enjoying the stream. I would say for rendering, one thing that is super important is just patience. Just give it time, don't rush it. I feel like rushing with rendering is the worst thing you can do. You gotta feel like you're exploring, you gotta think like, oh, what else can I do? How can I enhance the piece? What can I do that I've never done before? And then it gets like a really good rendering. Hey Horizon, you're welcome. Obviously, sparkling water in Russian. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you, dude. How to fit character in the background? Actually, Sina, if you're really interested about that, you can go into WODs of previous two streams, and at the end of both two streams, I was giving out critiques, and it was exactly the thing that I was addressing. Like they people have asked exactly for that, like how to fit the character in the background, and I kind of go in depth into it. Reflect the light. Yeah, it would be one of the components. I would say that just in general, the main thing is like perspective and consistency of light. So I feel like it goes for reflections as well. If the light is the way the character's lit in and the environment's lit in is consistent, then it's gonna look good. It's gonna look like they belong in the same place. By the way, Mappa, I just don't want to speak Russian on the stream. That's why. That's the only reason. But it's actually, like, word by word, it translates as, like, gassed water. Is how you can translate it. Same in Spanish and French. Interesting. And in English, it's kind of like childish a little bit, like sparkling water. Like there are sparkles in it, you know? What is this? Wait, kindergarten here, huh? Water that is sparkling. I mean, that ain't that bad. Water with bubbles. We're taking over 14 hours on this particular piece. Nice. Nice. More the better. I mean, not always the more the better, but definitely. Don't restrain yourself to any kill time frame if you want to get like solid rendering going on. But anyway, Mappa, is it true that French people are like rude to people who don't speak French? I just heard it from like American streamers who like went to Europe to travel and been to France, and they said it's like they're making it such a big deal of like you not speaking French. They're gonna like treat you worse. They're not gonna. Even if they speak English themselves, they're not gonna speak English to you just because you don't speak French. That's like the most childish stuff that I've ever heard. To speak French, you constantly correct your French, but most French people are way nicer than stereotyped. But you must try to speak French. Yo, that's fucking weird. Anglophones? Wait, what's an anglophone? My friends who've gone to Paris and such have had the same experiences. Them. I've been in English speakers. You think they're more rude? I don't know. Maybe react to anyone who doesn't speak English is way worse than Russian stereotypes. I guess that's also, you just encounter people like that less often. I imagine in Paris, like, you know, probably people who are tourists in France, there is a very low chance of them speaking French, but like chances of people of people speaking English is like way higher. So we got distracted by a message. Would you guys like for the whole world to just like default to speaking English, or do you guys like the fact that there is like culture and languages and this like barrier, but it's also like a little bit, you know, kind of there's flavor to this barrier too. Like it separates people, but it's also like very flavorful, and there's culture to that, and you know, all this kind of stuff. What would you rather have? It would be boring if everybody spoke English. Would it be? But at least we would be able to understand each other, though, right? Wouldn't the world just be better? And also, like, it being boring Do you rely on languages to make your life more fun? I feel like that's kind of strange. Linguistic imperialism. Hmm. I mean, yeah, you make everything in English, all software in English, all big publishers English, most media English. Yeah, no shit that everybody speaks it now. I don't think you're conquering anything with it though. Or do you? I'm conquered already. No diversity of culture. I think diversity of culture can exist despite the same language. Like, what stops you from doing your Serbian things even if all of you are speaking English? Whatever the Serbian things you guys doing there. So I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard a good argument yet for everybody not speaking the same language. Language taken from a group that a culture homogenizes with more powerful group. Hmm. What if they're isolated though? Like, I feel like culture is, I mean, it's made whenever you're kind of in a little bit, whenever you're a little bit on your own with your people. And if you're exposed to other, you're gonna just like kind of become the middle of everything. You're gonna take a little bit from all the cultures. I feel like that's already what's going on though with internet. People just become very, very similar culture-wise. Maybe, I guess. I'm just thinking. I actually don't know. To be honest, I have absolutely no idea. So it would also be a question of like, okay, what's the culture on the internet then? Because it's also like half of the world. Even though everybody's in here, not everybody's sharing everything, and not everybody listening to everybody, right? Everyone's saying Kek RL. Yeah. I say Monka, right? Like Monka S in RL. Probably the only Twitch mode that I use RL. But yeah, it's terrible. Degeneracy at its finest. Kappa? Oh yeah, Kappa 2 probably. Speaking about languages, I'm probably gonna try to learn Georgian again. Well, not try, but like actually start putting some effort into learning it finally. Because why not? Maybe I should actually start learning something. It would be crazy though. I cannot imagine myself speaking another language. Oh yeah, Georgian hieroglyphs are kind of fun. They all look the same if you don't know them, which I don't. I know a little bit. I almost knew all of them, but then I just stopped and I forgot. Stopped learning it. I know that upside down question mark is ah. I think that's that's E. I think that's R. It's kind of like that, like a heart. I think. I don't recall correctly. I'm planning to start a new personal artwork very soon. Perhaps tomorrow, or maybe the day after. Very, very soon. And randomly, while going to the bathroom in the break of the stream, I actually thought of a very, very interesting thing. I think we were just talking about rendering, and I kind of thought to myself, like, well, what can I do, like, special on rendering there. Because for my personal work, I really enjoy just trying things out and like exploring techniques so I can potentially use them on commissions later on. Nothing stops me from using, like, trying out new stuff on commissions, but I just don't feel like doing it for some reason. I kind of feel like I'm a little bit, how to say that, like, limited when it comes to my commissions for some reason. But nonetheless, I came up with a very interesting idea of having like a very visible, strong contrast between saturation and desaturation, up to a point that it is like visible. It's not like a careful balance of like different saturation of different colors and tones. No, it's like actually like visibly contrasty thing. And like also going mad on saturation, but like in very certain parts. So the guy that I'm going to paint, he's like ethereal. And ethereals are like mummies, but they're like empty on the inside and they have like arcane energy on the inside. So I'm thinking making his like all the bandages and clothes like insanely desaturated, but the energy inside them and like the all the swirlies outside being like neon pink or something. That kind of stuff. But also I recognize that the way I have it in my head, it's probably not gonna play out like that, but we'll see. Maybe it will be something that I discover and like carry on into next art, and it's gonna be incredible, and I'm gonna be known for that technique. You never know, right? It looks nice. Thank you, man. Hard light mode for highlights. I don't think I've ever used hard light, honestly. Hmm. I feel like this shape became a little bit too convoluted, you know? Like, yeah, it kind of went down for like no reason. So this should be better. Select tool erases? Yeah, they come in handy. Love doing them. And this character belongs to the commissioner. It is just like a player World of Warcraft character. I don't feel like making the whole thing like that bright. Just kinda thinking about darkening most of this special effect. Yeah, really having the attention here on the bottle and the the main skull. Just like that. I don't want to dilute the attention too much. That's why I kind of decided to rework the shape. It was like this, because just it went on some strange tangent there in the bottom. Decided to simplify it and darken a bit. It looks kind of better. I have about 10 minutes left to work on this piece. I guess I'll just kind of render out the magic effect and just some minor details maybe. Even his feet, actually. I don't like how bright this one is. Any smoke for rogues can be tough. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we did just paint it the day before yesterday, right? Remember that piece where I did some orange in the smoke there? And I also devoted to doing these like skulls or like shadows, like creepy faces in the smoke. I feel like that can help to break up the evenness of the shape design there. But in general, I would say remember that the smoke also has volume to it and also has, it can have kind of the same as clouds. It can have light and shadow areas too. Yeah, I've done a couple of pieces like that, exactly with Vanish, something in particular like that. I mean, that's one from 2 days ago. Kinda seems like that, but maybe not as much. I have one that is way more like coming out of the smoke bomb. Like this one. This one seems more like it, right? Damn, that was actually so recent, and look at the smoke rendering and how much of a brought down it. Is this? I remember spending a lot of time on this piece for some reason. Nice one though, I kinda like this. This one, it looks like more an abstract background, but this one is actually, yeah, coming out of this like super dark shadow. You still play WoW? Yep. I play like maybe 4 hours today in total. And I plan on doing a little bit more after the stream. Oh, live for sure. I don't play I don't like classic. Well, it's not like I don't like it in particular. I just really like retail and I play it. Actually, I'm pretty sure if I was to invest myself into classic, I would have definitely loved it. It has that like Warcraft 3 custom map vibe to me. But I really love retail. about you, Gamebon? You playing? BC team up, then again Legion, but not since. Oh damn. Till Legion. I actually played when since Kata, but on official servers since like the end of Mob and till the current day. Them actually. So is there a reason why I don't play now? Just like you just don't have the time, or like, or is there any specific issue of the game? Because you went through a lot. So through like almost classic to pretty much modern WoW with Legion. You play FF14. Okay. Out of all the answers, God bless. Wow. Damn. That's like a stab in the back, not gonna lie. Holy. Were we spotted? Okay, Lemon. We cannot judge anybody by being fully whenever we painting a dragon right now live on the stream, okay? You're not in the position to judge people right now. Don't like the lore direction since post Legion. Honestly, it's been kind of garbage before Legion as well. But I feel like it's kind of good now, though, no? I don't know. I feel like lore is... At least it's getting better. Or it feels like it is supposedly getting an improvement. I was going to say that you probably will have to come back for midnight because of the player housing, because I assume like if you play Final Fantasy, it's due to player housing for the most part. But if it's not, then if it's the lore, I guess yeah. I've heard that Final Fantasy has like giga good lore. Or like storytelling or whatever they have there. Has a good community. I've heard that too. I don't even know what that is like supposed to mean. I also heard like some diverse thing on that subject. There's a good community, but you cannot have any add-ons. And then if you have add-ons, people call you elitist. If you have a DPS meter, people like call you elitist and shit on you. Like it's kind of strange. Like I don't I don't know. They're RPing more. Well, then I would imagine that RP community in WoW is also pretty good. Or like, it's probably super chill and like enjoyable. And whenever people say that WoW doesn't have a good community, probably imagine fucking average M pluser just like typing 140 words per minute with his sausage fingers just being angry at you because you stood in the mechanic. People are more open to helping people in general. That's probably due to just like casual nature of it though. I think that the game itself breeds like these kind of interactions. It like attract certain type of people. If the game is like super hard, it will have like sweats. There are giga hostile to everybody. But people, if it's the first time in dungeon without losing their mind, And I imagine somebody's first time experience in WoW, in the dungeon. They try to level up the queue up a dungeon and they meet a guy who stopped his leveling at level 11, picked up all the best, like best in slot gear for level 11 and just one-shots everything in sight. And you just don't understand what's going on. You just zoom in the dungeon and it's already half there. WoW shines, FF fails, and vice versa. Like FF is mostly very annoying teens to mid-20s, and WoW's generally miserable boomers. Oh, you say FF teens to mid-20s? So you have youngsters there. But yeah, but the fact that old people play WoW, that's fucking 100%. There is nobody who's younger than like 25 playing World of Warcraft on this planet. Which is honestly, you know, like, it's said in a negative light, but I'm kind of vibing with it. Everybody's mature, everybody knows what's going on. And honestly, I find that adults, they're not even that toxic, you know, especially like whenever you imagine like League of Legends level of toxicity, whenever people like go on crusade and like actually go out of their way to talk shit to you. If you're an adult, you kind of don't have time for that. Even if you're like upset and you would want to say something, you're kind of like, oh, whatever, you know. You just get over it. And it feels like that, you know. In WoW, like, you just have this like silent vibe. Especially like in raiding. Like nobody even says anything. People just leave, you know. They don't even say anything. And then whenever they leave, you're like, oh, you know, everybody just understand everything because it's been on for so long already. First thing is, you would expect people who are older to be like than kids and they're worse. Oh yeah, in PvP, it's fucking yeah. No. Hey, how? No, seeing you stream this late? Yeah. I mean, I've actually been streaming quite late recently. There was one stream that I finished at 2 in the morning. But I was actually about to wrap it up. Just finish this artwork. Nice looking dragon. Nice looking dragon. For sure. Some things on the armor there that would have probably wanted to render more. But since it's a quick commission, like I just don't have time to go over all the little details there. Yeah, I've been trying to stream wherever I can. honestly. Like if it's 1 in the morning, whatever, you know, I just need to get it in. Like I've had enough of like bitching and not working and postponing doing my art now. It's time. Sometimes it's time to art, and the time is right now. Yep, looking good. Looking good. Enjoying this piece. I think wild boomers are really mid and bitter. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, I agree that WoW players are old, but I don't know if they're that bitter. I mean, it depends on where you go, right? Like, the more competitive it will be, like, the definitely more bitter people will be. All right, this is 32nd artwork of the year. Honestly, by this point, it should have been like 90th. But it's live, and it's only 32nd. It's just fine. It's more than just 30 or 31, for example, right? If you just click them off. And it's 29th commission. And what it means is that I've done 29 commissions this year. It is nice. It is a nice number. Not a round number, but a number nonetheless. Right, Sunshines? It's 1 in the morning. I'm gonna probably go play some more WoW before bed. And then we're gonna catch up tomorrow and do some more art. Right, team? Love you all. Know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show you this before you go. You can see all the garbage on my table if you want. It's a nest. Right, team. See you tomorrow.